Hello. So I guess we're doing this. Hi, my name's Chloe and I am new to the Booktube community, or at least from this side of the camera. So where else to start other than to try the Booktube Newbie Tag so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And yeah, let's just jump straight into the questions. I think you have all seen these videos by now. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? Like I said, sort of am new to the Booktube community from this side of the camera, but from the other side of the camera, from the watching the videos, definitely not new in that aspect. And it's something I've always kind of wanted to do, but never really felt that confident to try. I think a lot of the creators that I watched were quite well established and didn't really see how I could ever compete in that sort of lane. And then in the last couple of months, I've really started watching sort of smaller, newer creators. A lot of people started the channel in the last year, and it's really been quite nice to see the communities grow around those people and to be part of those communities myself. And it's given me a bit more confidence to be like, no, actually, you can do this, you can give it a go, so why not? Let's just try it, see how it goes. What's the worst that can happen, really? Question 2. What are some unique and fun things that you can bring to the Booktube community? I don't really know. I don't really have an answer for this one. I don't think that I'm going to sort of wow you with new styles of videos or anything like that, at least not straight away. I want to find sort of what my niche is in this community, but I don't really have anything that I can be like, yes, follow me for this type of content that you've never seen before. We'll just see how it goes. Question 3. What are you most excited about with starting this Booktube channel? Definitely the community aspect of it. As I sort of said before, in the last couple of months, it's been something that's really helped me on a personal level, sort of having this Booktube community, joining in on sprints, talking to people in sort of like Discord chats and various other places, and I want to bit of a part of that, really. I would love the chance to talk to people about books, about everything to do with sort of the bookish world, but then also just on a sort of general level, like people in this community are people that I'm going to have shared interests with, so let's talk, let's build this sort of relationships, let's have this community. Booktube is really great for that, so yeah, that's what I'm excited about. Question 4. Why do you love reading? I think the classic answer is that we all love to read for escapism, and I am no different from that. I love storytelling in general, in all forms. My sort of interests are reading, theatre, film and TV, so anything where there's a story involved and I can really get lost in that is perfect for me. I am always amazed by writers, be they authors or script writers or anything like that, because I just don't understand how they come up with these ideas and put them on paper, and they can be so perfect and I can just spend hours lost in that world. I don't get how that goes from here to there to back to here. No, I read because I love stories and I love the escape. Question 5. What book or series got you into reading? Now, I can't really pinpoint an exact answer for this because I've read as long as I can remember. My parents, my grandparents made a point of reading to me a lot because they wanted to make sure that they wanted to introduce me to that. My sister was a massive reader as well, and she's 4 years older than me, so she read the Roald Dahl books a lot and used to pass those sort of on to me, and I read those, but I wouldn't say that's what got me into reading necessarily. I definitely had a love of the Sabrina the Teenage Witch and the Mary-Kate and Ashley books in the 90s because, you know, pinnacle of writing talent at the time. But the series that probably should be the answer for this is the Harry Potter series by the author that shall not be named. And yeah, I have a difficult relationship with that book series right now, which is, you know, not great because it was such a big part of my childhood and also my adult life for quite a while. And yeah, it's probably a generic answer, particularly from someone that grew up as a child of the 90s. But there's so many other books as well that I can remember reading at that time and really loving. So there's not really one in particular, but if there was, it's probably that. Question 6. What questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? I mean, other than can we just be friends and hang out? Probably where do you get your ideas? Because I am making this video because it was the easiest thing to think of for a first video, and I have no idea where to go from here. So, you know, if you have a list of ideas or just any way to like figure out how to get ideas, That'd be great. The other question really is probably, how do you go about sort of branding and marketing yourself? Because I'm doing this because it sounds fun, but I have no idea how to actually sort of help people find my content, or like, yeah, anything to do with that. So, you know, any tips, any hints, drop them below, you know, comment. That's the thing that people do, right? Question 7. What challenge do you think about starting a YouTube channel is going to be the hardest? I mean, probably what I've just said. Ideas, consistency, putting my name out there, just getting people to watch it. Like, I can make these videos, but it doesn't mean that anyone's actually going to watch it. Great if you do. Much appreciated. But yeah, just actually consistently putting something out there and getting people to watch it. I think that's going to be the challenge. Question 8. When did you start reading? I kind of already answered this one. I can't remember, like, as far back as I know I've had a book in my hand. Like, I've always had bookshelves in my room. I've always had full bookshelves in my room that I keep having to rotate books out of. And I still have books that I have owned since I was like 3 years old. So yeah, forever. Question 9. Where do you read? Anywhere I can. I mean, I do have a particular chair in my room that's over there by the window, so I will read there. I actually don't find reading in bed that comfy because I'm more likely to fall asleep. There's a really nice chair in my living room that I like to read in. I would usually used to say on my commute to work, but COVID kind of stopped that a little bit. But yeah, wherever I can, I always have a book in my bag when I go out. If there's a free second and if I'm waiting for a friend to arrive, I will crack that book out and sit and read it until they get here. If I can read, I will read. Question 10. What types of books do you read? Lots of different types of books. I can't sort of say I read this one particular genre. I do realise I have sat myself in front of all the fantasy sort of section. I do read a lot of fantasy. Particularly recently, I am definitely very influenced by Booktube, and a lot of Booktubers read fantasy books. But in terms of like genres, I'll read fantasy, I'll read contemporary, I really like magical realism. Not too fussed about sort of thrillers and things like that, just not what I tend to reach for, but that doesn't say that I won't read it. If it sounds interesting, I'll try it. Age range, again, sort of everything. It's more about if the story sounds interesting to me. If you'd have asked me last year, I probably would have said YA, and it probably would have been more contemporary. But I really have sort of tried to make a point of branching out with that. Definitely been reading more adult fantasy recently, and more adult contemporary, more adult romances as well. So anything that appeals to me, it doesn't have to be a particular genre or a particular type of story or trope or anything like that. If I read a synopsis and it intrigues me, I'll be buying that book because I have a book buying problem. So yeah, I think that's all the questions that we have today. So thank you for watching if you made it this far. I mean, if I've made it this far in the editing process that I've actually uploaded it, because this seems cringy. When I watch it back, oh God, I don't want to hear my own voice. But let me know in the comments. I mean, introduce yourself. Like I said, I want to sort of be in this community a little bit more. So say hello. If there's any particular type of video that you like, feel free to drop that in the comment. You might not know enough about me to know what type of things you can request, but you know, just give me an idea of what you like to watch and I'll see if I can make it happen. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you soon. Bye.